Some of you aren't moving for space. You're moving for peace, and that's a very different decision.
When people start looking at Kane or McHenry County, they often think they're comparing homes. But what they're really comparing is how their life feels at the end of the day.
So today, we're going to simplify this. Not with hype, not with statistics alone, but with clarity. I'm Tamara.
And I'm Ozzy with the Tamara and Ozzy team.
And we guide families relocating into Kane and McHenry County every year. And what we've learned is this: the families who feel confident about moving west aren't the ones who found the biggest house. They're the ones who understood the life they were stepping into.
Let's say the quiet part out loud. You want more space, more quiet, more safety, better schools, room for your kids to grow, room for you to breathe.
But at the same time, you're afraid of losing energy, afraid of losing culture, afraid of losing proximity, afraid of losing your edge. Some of you are even afraid you'll feel bored. And that internal conflict is completely normal.
We recently worked with a couple living in a high-rise near the city. They loved their lifestyle, but they told us something interesting. They weren't moving because they needed more bedrooms. They were moving because they were tired of parking stress alone, tired of constant noise, tired of navigating like it was a strategy game. They didn't want bigger, they wanted calmer.
Relocation is rarely about square footage. It's about friction. High-density environments create low-level friction. Parking battles, noise, crowds, unpredictable commutes, limited green space, constant stimulation. It's subtle, but it accumulates.
Kane and McHenry County offers something different. Not isolation, not the middle of nowhere, but structured, established town built around community systems. In Kane County, you've got Geneva, refined, walkable, historic.
And then there's St. Charles, lively, diverse, active.
And Batavia, green, community-focused, value-driven.
In McHenry County, we've got Crystal Lake, which is more balanced and recreational.
And then there's Woodstock, historic and quieter.
Cary and Algonquin, you've got river access with suburban convenience.
These are not anonymous developments. They are identity-driven towns.
We need to talk about taxes honestly. Yes, property taxes are higher here. On a $400,000 home, you might see $11,000, $12,000 annually. That number makes people pause.
But here's the part that often gets missed. Those taxes fund strong public schools, specialized support programs, libraries, park districts, trail systems, public safety, infrastructure. You're not just paying for a house, you're investing in the commons.
Many families find they eliminate private school tuition, private recreation costs, or even stress-based trade-offs once they move. When you reframe taxes as a subscription to community infrastructure, the math feels very different. It's not about buying bigger, it's about living supported.
Another fear we hear constantly is distance. Everything is an hour away. Let's slow that down. The Metra from Geneva or Woodstock runs about 60 to 75 minutes. Predictable, Wi-Fi equipped, structured. For many professionals, that hour becomes their most peaceful hour.
Compare that to an unpredictable 25-minute drive in traffic. Which drains you more? Distance feels different when stress drops. Sometimes the commute becomes a buffer, a decompression chamber instead of a burden. Here's the insight that simplifies this decision. You are not choosing between exciting and boring. You are choosing between friction and predictability.
When friction drops, something interesting happens. You sleep better. You think clearer. You argue less. You show up more present at home. You don't lose ambition. You remove noise.
And removing noise often makes ambition stronger, not weaker.
Most relocators are quietly asking, will I lose my edge? Will my kids miss out? Will I feel isolated? Are the taxes worth it? Am I moving away from something or towards something?
The families who thrive here realize they're not retreating, they're evolving. They're moving toward intentional community, lower daily friction, stronger infrastructure, space that actually supports who they're becoming. And the city, it's still there, one train ride away. You're not abandoning it, you're redesigning your daily environment.
Some people thrive in Geneva's polished walkability. Others feel at home in St. Charles's energy. Some love Crystal Lake's recreation balance. Others want Woodstock's quieter rhythm. This isn't about which county is better.
It's about which rhythm matches your stage of life. When you stop asking, is this too far? And start asking, does this feel right for who we're becoming? The answer usually becomes clear. You're not moving away from your life.
You're moving your life into a space that can finally hold it.
This isn't giving up.
It's evolution. If you're considering relocating to Kane or McHenry County, the smartest first step isn't touring homes.
It's clarity. We call it plan, conversation, personalized life and asset navigation. We'll talk through your commute tolerance, your tax comfort zone, school priorities, lifestyle rhythm, long-term goals, what you're moving toward, not just what you're moving from. No pressure, just clarity. Comment plan or reach out directly.
We're in this journey together.